All right. Hello. How's it going? Welcome back. It's been about 3 weeks since I've made a video, and what I'm going to do on this one is pretty much do all 3 weeks wrapped up in one. Still try to keep it under 10 minutes, but we'll see how it goes. Some of the things that happened uh, 2 week or no, almost 3 weeks ago, working out, hurt my shoulder. Where I had the pec tear and was pretty swollen, and scheduled an appointment for the doctor and didn't have it till almost 2 weeks later. And by the time I went to the doctor, uh, all the swelling was actually gone. I was mostly worried about an infection because I've had two surgeries and well, three surgeries, but the last two were mostly because of the infection. So I was kind of concerned with that, and turns out didn't have an infection, so that's good. And then also the where I tore the pec, it was pretty swollen, but by the time I got to the doctor, most of the swelling had actually gone down. So we'll go ahead and get into this. All right. So uh, 3 weeks ago, we're at week 5. Let me just bring it up a little bit. So week 4, average weight was 236. Basically didn't change, went down a little bit. Steps went down because basically I hurt myself and I didn't hardly work out for about a week or two. Sleep score was a little bit better. Readiness a little bit worse. Um, Calories burned a little less because that was also, I just wasn't working out. Then we go to week 6, weight almost, not changed. Steps were definitely down because I wasn't hardly working out. Sleep was a little down. Readiness was actually quite a bit up, and it was probably because I wasn't working out. And then average calorie burn was also down, but I wasn't working out. And then on week 7, um, my weight has actually started coming down. The average this week was 235.7, so it's down about a pound or so. Steps was ticking up just a little bit because I started walking every day. Um, Outside, kind of during lunch or after work, trying to get the cardio up. I'm probably add a column here for my VO2 max or my cardio uh, score, I guess it is. Trying to get that up. Sleep, down a little bit, but it's pretty much the same. And readiness down a little bit, but I actually kind of started working out. Um, and calories about the same. But if you'll kind of notice right here, as weight went almost back to right where we started. Then 238, 238. I think this was Ash. See, this would have been Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, so the 18th would have been Ash Wednesday. Weighed myself in the morning, and I was we're 238.5. Um, my last meal was uh, on Tuesday, evening. I basically ate dinner, and I didn't eat on Wednesday, and on Thursday didn't eat pretty much all day up until I basically ate dinner. So I guess technically it was 48 hours without food, and in that 48 hours I dropped 4 pounds almost. And since then I've basically only been having one meal a day, and uh, the weight has kind of steadily gone down, surprisingly. Well, not surprisingly. So I'm going to pretty much monitor my weight uh, every day that I can, but pretty much for every day in Lent, I'm mostly going to have one meal a day. If I drop down too much, if I drop down by, I think calculating about 220, um, I'll start throwing in like a protein shake. But I still want to kind of keep everything there kind of almost 1 meal, maybe 1 meal plus, a protein shake or something like that, to try to basically keep 1 meal a day. And we'll see how it goes. But, you know, if I drop 2 to 3 pounds a week over the Lent season, I should be um, make pretty good progress on my weight gain or weight loss goals. So it's kind of where we are. Diet, yeah, I haven't been really keeping up. Generally, I didn't eat unhealthy, but right there towards the end, especially right before Lent, I was just kind of eating. I'd have dessert or you know kind of whatever I wanted because I knew I was gonna not eat on Ash Wednesday, and then pretty much after that just go to 1 meal a day. And then even on 1 meal a day, I'm not really too strict. I'm just kind of just eat dinner, and that's kind of it. Um, I'll eat till I'm full. I don't think I could actually stuff 2,000 calories in my stomach unless I really, really tried. I'm probably anywhere, give or take, right around 1,000 calories per meal. Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. I don't know. But we'll see how it goes. I'll take it, week by week, day by day, and yeah, kind of see how it goes. This week I am gonna start working out again. I may not. It might be taking me a year or so. I don't think I'm gonna do any pressing movements just because of my chest. I might do push-ups, but on my knees. Um, I like doing kettlebells. I'll still do some of those, and I don't think that's actually what hurt my chest. I don't really know what hurt my chest. The day I kind of knew I hurt it, I did some push-ups. I did kind of like almost like a cable bench. I did some flies. The flies might have been what did it. Um, but everything was kind of slow. I wasn't doing, anything even remotely crazy. I mean, I used to be able to do like 200 pounds on the fly machine, and I think I was at like 70. So like I don't know, maybe I have to do 30 or something, but probably not going to do those again. I'll stick with the kettlebell workouts that I had been doing, right here, some of these circuits. Um, Not really ready to I'm still researching and kind of figuring out what I want to do for Pilates. So that'll probably, get developed over time. Um, but if you wanted to see some of the kettlebell circuits, nothing really fancy, but, here they are. For my workout, I'll probably start filling this out again. I'll just skip 4, 5, and 6, and I'll just go straight into week 7 just because Dad didn't actually work out too much, past 2 weeks. Then, on Thursday, since I got the okay from the doctor that I wasn't infected, and there's not that much we can do about my chest. I'll slowly get back into it and kind of go from there. So, if you have any questions or comments, or if you want to, see more um, information on this little tracker that I'm doing, um, let me know. One of the things I'm trying to get into, uh, the, part of it because of work and part of it because I just kind of want to get into it, is some AI programming and Claude Code. Apparently, with Claude Code you can make Excel documents. So might make this. I'll see what I can do. Make it a little bit fancier, prettier, or more uh, elaborate or something like that. So if you end up seeing some changes on here, that's probably why. Um, and yeah, so that's it. If you have any comments, leave them down below, and I'll see you later.